Hey, welcome back to the Orange Tree Homestead. Well, right now I'm standing in front of our tangerine tree, and we just had a nice little winter storm come through and got a tiny bit of rain but a ton of wind. So it's been rough around here. Now we can get back to work. Today what we're doing is showing you guys the Greywater system. So right now I'm at the top of the system. This is the pipe that comes out of the house, and then it runs over and branches out from there. And so we're gonna take a little tour of that. Let's get going. This is the main pipe, and yeah, it's a branched Greywater system. And we're gonna show you the first branch over here. So this is the first split in the system, and it goes out to two main branches from here. And I have valves on this so that I can choose which side gets water if I want to. And get heavy flow to one side and let the other side rest and switch them back and forth. I can also put both of those completely open, and then they both get water continuously. So first we're going to go down this branch to the orchard. So this just branches and runs all the way down through the field. So it runs through the field here. It's just posted up on these blocks. It's not the prettiest thing. We're going to try and make it blend in better over time, but we just wanted to get this system going so we can get water everywhere. So come on over. So before it gets to the orchard, the first thing we have is a three-way valve here, so that when there's a ton of storms and it's super rainy and we don't want to give more water, we can turn this. And so this, it blocks whatever it's pointed at, it's blocked. So this will block the water down to the orchard, and it will all pour out here. And this is a swale above the orchard, so all of that water would absorb in here, and it would kind of feed down to the soil below the whole orchard. That's how a swale works, is it's level and all the water goes and absorbs in. There's the bank on the other side, and all that's downhill, so water goes downhill. So when it gets super rainy, we'll just have it blow out all there. So now we will cross the swale and check out how this gets to the orchard. So I'm standing in front of a peach tree here, and it splits with another one of those double L splitters. And there's two main branches from here. Okay, so this is the split at the start of the orchard, and then it runs to two sides. Now right here you can see I have dripping out here. This is part of the experimental stuff I'm doing, is I drilled like holes to let a little bit drip through, so it's like a drip feed, but I don't really recommend doing that because those holes clog up easily, but this one's letting water in, but you have to keep an eye on them. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of experimental stuff. This next part you'll see as well. So it branches over here, and then it splits here into two, and that's the final destination. And then it goes into these manifolds that split it from there. So yeah, these are totally experimental. This isn't really going by the book, but the idea is to split them evenly and have them come out these drip hoses. The same thing over there. And you can see water coming out on this one. This doesn't have a hose because it's so close to this tree that it's just gonna get its water down there, and that'll soak down. And overall, I think it's okay and it works, but it's not perfectly even for small amounts of water. But when you run something big like a washing machine or emptying a tub, it all comes out at such a high flow that everything gets a lot of water. So it does work in that manner. We can actually see a good amount of water coming out here. So this has only been on for like 2 weeks that I set this system up. So I wasn't really sure, how good it was going to work, but it does seem to be working good. Check this one out. Nice flow down there. The problem with this type of system for an orchard is that the orchard wants water like around in a circle around there, so you're only getting it one place, but you can move these, every so often, every week or two, you can move them. See this one? I just moved it over here. Before it was on the other side, so you can just move it around, leave it for a week there or two, and then move it. But it's not as ideal as just a full ring of watering. But all right, so there's that here, and on the other side, we'll just go over there real quick. Same thing over here. Branched it off, got each of these, and you can see this nice flow coming out here. So yeah, I can just move this around and vary the flow. I'm not going to show you each individual end. There's 20 down here, so there's 20 outlets getting fed, and then these come off so that there's a lot of water, so you can clear scum and build up out of there. That's like a clean out cap on the end. So this is the orchard side, and soon we're going to do also a little tour of our orchard now here at the middle of fall. That's coming up next. Keep your eye out for that. Now we're going to go back up to that split and go to see the other branch. We'll see you up there. All right, so we've switched the valve, so the water's now going to the other whole main side. First, I'm going to take you over here. There's a split here. This branch goes to citrus and avocado, and this one goes to the berries. And I also have the whole drip hole emitter thing here to feed this large orange tree. It's all right, it stayed open. I haven't unplugged these in a while. They've actually stayed open. So this, anytime it goes that way, it just gets a little drip out of there. And so first we're gonna go down that way, which is towards the citrus and avocado. So follow me over there. Here we're at the lime tree, and you can see this one's not getting water because recently I was working on the system, and let's see, something got a little changed. These splitters have to be level or it won't give water correctly, so I can put a brick on there just temporarily, and I'll secure this later, but the splitters have to be level or very, very close to level or they won't work right. And yeah, this is our lime tree that we put in 2 years ago. That's crazy. I think it was about 2 years ago. So that's getting water here. I can add a tube like this, a pipe, and spread the water around. So I can put it closer now. I was just giving this one a break so the roots don't only get lazy and stay here. And I have another pipe that can go and put it over there, so I make sure to spread it around. All right, follow me down here. You'll remember this from the planting the avocado video. So it splits there under those branches. Comes over, gets water to the lemon tree here. I can do the same thing as the lime tree, put a pipe there and move this around, which I do to keep the roots happy everywhere. So the first split comes here off that and goes to this newly planted Hass avocado. And the other split comes around, splits off here, goes to the 1-year-old Hass avocado and the new Fuerte avocado over here. And this I have to play with the level because this wasn't really secured, but there it goes. That's getting a ton of water. Now we're gonna go and show you the other branch where the berries go. Okay, so now we're down where it branches from that branch. Now it's down here. There's one split here for each row of berries. And then I'm gonna show you what we have going on here. It's that experimental system I told you about with just holes drilled in the bottom. So you can see it does get good flow over here. These are all getting nice flow. Keeps them watered. So, I mean, it's not by the book, but it seems to work. So I'm probably gonna leave these like this for now. You can see that next one. And these berries don't have roots that go out super far, so I think this should be okay, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, you can see these are all just getting a nice flow. The same thing happens for the blackberries, but I don't have those raised up like this. I probably should. I'll probably get to that later, but they're getting plenty of water. You can see these things are going crazy. I don't think they need much water. So at the end of this, you can see here, it just, water just comes out at this. So that's the side of this is done right there. That's the end of that system. And then this one does have one more hit after the blueberries. Follow me over here. And the last is this old orange tree. And I'll show you, this is like by the book. absolutely by the book. The other ones where they're just pouring water out isn't necessarily by the book. This is the best way, safest way, is you have it go into a bucket, you cut a hole in the side, and then it pours in. So see how much water is flowing out? It's actually a lot of water. And it goes in, and that way it's safe, just because it is wastewater. You know, the book I read on all this says this is the official way to do it for safety, but I'm not too worried about the thing overall. All right, now we're back at the big orange tree. One more thing I forgot to touch on is I'm gonna be putting this in over here because I don't feel that this, for its size, gets enough water. So what I'm gonna do is connect this in with that facing like that, and then plug it. And then anytime I feel like I want this orange tree to get a nice long soak, I'll just have it plugged. I'll pull the plug out, and all the water is going to pour out because that's going to be at an angle. So this is like a bypass valve. It's like a poor man's three-way valve. So I'm going to get that in later, just because I want this getting more water. It's the biggest tree over here, and those, you know, those new avocados don't need water every single day. But yeah, that's one more experimental thing I'm doing, and that should work out good though. All right, well that's it, folks. That is our branched graywater system, feeding 39 outlets, 39 different trees and bushes and plants. So that's our system. Really not that hard to do, especially most people won't have 39 outlets. You can easily do this with a lot less. So I just wanted you all to see that. If you have any comments on my system, any improvements you see or questions, please drop those in the comment box, and subscribe to the channel and give us a big thumbs up. And thanks a bunch for watching the video. We will see you next time.